Hello there. It's I, Stephanie, your psychic comedian from We Are Tree. And I come to you today for card day with the Empath Oracle. Can you see it? It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool deck. So that's what we're using today. Well, hello, Alana, darling girl. So, it's almost Christmas. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it? It's less than a week away. I know. If that is what you celebrate. If you celebrate solstice, that's tomorrow. So we'll be going out for dinner and having a good old time. Yeah. So, anywho, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Blessed Kwanzaa, all that good stuff. And, of course, Blessed Solstice to everyone. So, three piles. Three. Ernie, I said no barking. He doesn't listen. Ernst, come here. Enough. Yeah, keep that in your mouth. Good deal. All right. So, he got a haircut. I got a haircut. See, look, a lot of gray coming in. Go. Just go. I'll be right back. Oh my goodness, you're something else today. Get out. So much for him promising me he wasn't going to bark, right? Yeah, he's a dog. They don't really do well with promises. All right, so we're going with number 3. Number 3. Ooh, taking a vow. That's what we have for this week. Taking a vow. Interesting, isn't it? Taking a vow. Wow. Okay, so there's a lot of chaos going on in there, right? So what this card is saying to me is that in our lives, hello, Emily, in our lives, we will be, like the dog promising not to bark, we will be taking vows or making vows. I shouldn't say taking. This says taking, but I'll say making vows that we can't possibly keep. Yeah, it's not good that way. But then we'll also be making vows that we can. The trick is to know the difference, right? So when we're taking vows, the biggest thing to the biggest thing to remember when we're taking a vow is that we first and foremost take it to ourselves. Okay? So we'll just do marriage vows, for instance, okay? Because that's the vow that everybody knows, right? So when we take our marriage vows, we vow to love our partner unto death. Now, the biggest part of that vow is that not only do we vow to love that partner, but we need to make that vow applicable to ourselves as well. We need to love ourselves as well. If we take that vow and we don't feel that way about ourselves, how are we going to keep it to the other person? Right? It's kind of hard. So the biggest part of taking or making or performing a vow is to make it applicable to yourself first, before you can expand it out to other people, other things, other situations. The vow must be applicable to yourself. any vow. If you vow not to harm someone, you got to vow it to yourself first. I will do no harm to myself, and therefore I will not harm others. See how it works? It's pretty cool, actually, when you think about it. So, taking the vow. It's interesting that we're doing it towards the end of the year, as we were talking last week about how this is the time for reflection and to see what has worked and what hasn't. And I know a lot of people out there make New Year's resolutions. I resolved many years ago to never make another resolution. But I don't really believe in resolutions. I do believe in reflection and seeing what has worked and what hasn't, and letting go of the stuff that didn't work, instead of harping on it or keeping it as a punishment. I just would rather let it go and keep the stuff that did work. So that's a vow I made to myself. I like that. Yeah, okay. I'll see how that went there. That was pretty cool. So may I suggest, and of course I will never tell you guys you have to, because you don't have to do a dang thing. You just do you. But may I suggest that you take time at the end of this year, within the next couple weeks, to just do a little bit of reflection on what worked this year and what didn't. What made your soul sing? You know, I like to say that. And what made your soul cringe, right? Yeah. And let's keep the singing going, because why not? You know, many notes together make a beautiful harmony. Just remember that, okay? So, taking a vow, take a vow to yourself before you can take a vow to anyone else. Yeah, I think you got that. I think we understand each other. I think we got that going back and forth pretty good. Yeah, okay. So, I thank you all for joining me. For those on YouTube, please like, subscribe, follow, share, do all that stuff that, you know, makes the algorithm do the alga thing, right? I don't understand any of that, but that's okay. I just would like to get the message out to as many people as possible, okay? Make that vow to yourself. Understand that without you being involved in your own vow, the vow is worthless. Why couldn't we just say that in the first place? All right, guys. I love you all. I thank you for joining me, and I will see you next Wednesday. All right. Ciao, Bella. Bye now.